Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Pleasures. Valerie Parker's life was under control, but that's all it was. Until Jack came along.
I'm not like every other man you know.
I'm not like every other woman you know.
And he might be
Are you flirting with me?
just what she needs.
You were flirting with me.
Michelle Pfeiffer,
He really is altogether yummy now.
George Clooney.
What would you do if I kissed you right now?
One fine day.
Do you want to kiss me
I
right
wouldn't have
now?
mentioned it if I didn't.
Rated PG. Sneak preview Saturday opens December 20th.
George Clooney's a dreamboat.
He's great, man. Opens December 20th. That makes sense. One Fine Day, Movie Life Crisis, 1996, Season 6, Episode 4.
It's weird that they went with the like the original version. The who does that song? The Chiffons? No.
I don't know. The Ronettes.
Yeah,
There's a
something
million
like
of them.
that. Chiffons, I think. They should have gone with the Natalie Merchant. That's such a good version.
Well, I was surprised because I was thinking, I was like, oh, I bet they got Natalie Merchant to do a cover because they couldn't license the real song. And so they just like commissioned a cover. And then the real song hit later. And I was like, well, what the hell? Why'd they even do that? I mean, I like it. It was good, but
Yeah, it was fantastic. That's Carole King though. I just saw James on, what was it on? Colbert, and he was talking about I was recording a Mudslide Slim, and Carole King was recording down the way, and she had already showed me You've Got a Friend, and we just decided to cut it, and I just wanted to let her know, and I went and told her, and she was like, oh, that's great. He's like, of course I'm going to record it. It's the best song ever written by a human. And he was talking about how Carole King and Jerry Goffin, how they just write stone cold jams, and that's one of them, man. They killed it.
yeah, dude. I think, was that the one that James was talking about? Colbert asked him his favorite songs that he's ever written.
Yeah.
Because he said Mean Old Man and Millworker. I was like, hell yeah, James, get into the deep cuts, dude. Those would be on my list.
Dude, when he said, it's a song I wrote for a musical, I was like, Millworker! And Jake was like, how'd you know it was going to be that one? I was like, cuz that song.
Maybe the only song he ever wrote for a musical, but
it's great.
That shit is
It's a
my
great
jam.
song.
Yeah. One Fine Day, George Clooney, Michelle Pfeiffer. They wear gray. They wear trench coats.
Yeah.
It all happens in one fine day.
You gotta do it in the trench coats, and you gotta do it in gray, so you can't tell what time of the decade what decade it is. I mean, the cell phones give it away and the fax machines, but like,
well, that's what's great about this movie is that first of all, it's just awesome, but second of all, the director was real big about it. Yeah, we filmed everything in such a way that you couldn't really the clothes they wore were timeless, and it was all shot in such a way as that it could happen at any time throughout human history. And me and you are 16 or 17 when this comes out, and we're like, hey, we have a question. They have cell phones. Everyone's going to know exactly what year this came out.
And the type of cell phones they have, you can tell when
dude,
somebody has to go, hello.
Yeah, they got the Motorola flip phones where the antenna retracts. Everybody who was alive when we were alive could put this movie within 2 or 3 years. I'm like, that's a great idea, but your movie plot hinges on Motorola flip phones. So there's a little problem, slight problem.
Yeah. We're going to be a little late.
It's going to be small delay. We're going to be a little late.
I want to stay up. Dude, you can tell when it was, but I still like it a whole lot. So
I can tell how much I liked it because I did not want to watch it because everything is horrible and I have 9 million balls in the air. And
you're an arrogant ball juggler, baby.
get your balls out of my face. And it's 108 minutes. And at the end of it, I was like, that movie's great. I wouldn't cut anything.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 55 delightful minutes or whatever it ended up being.
I don't really like, though, when people are like, oh, yeah, this is a star vehicle to really just push George Clooney out there but get Michelle Pfeiffer. They have good chemistry, but this is really just to push his career. I'm like, yeah, great. Push more careers forward that are like this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, dude, I'm okay with that. You want to make a star vehicle for Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney to be charming together? I like that. Plus, this is a well-written dude. Because the last time I saw this was at least 10 years ago. So I did not have kids at that point, and my kid is not too dissimilar in ages from the kids in this movie. And the whole time I was thinking, whoever wrote this knew exactly what it was like to have a kid that age, because they are nailing it.
Yeah. When that little girl, when he's holding her face under the table talking about you really love them kitties, don't you? And she's like, uh-huh. I was like, oh my God. I hate kids. These kids are worst.
Dude, I have that in my scenes because he's like, if you don't put down the kitten, I'm going to lose my job and we're going to have to live in a cardboard box. And then because she's 6, he immediately realizes that's not going to do anything for her at all. He has to
she doesn't care.
Get her a freaking cat so that she'll leave the store so he doesn't lose his job. And I was like, yep, that's what having kids is like. They don't care at all. Like, I was literally just having this conversation with my 4-year-old yesterday. He's like, hey, Papa, can you play with me right now? I was like, buddy, I can in just a minute, but I got a few things I got to finish up on my computer. And he's like, but why? I was like, well, because I'm like, dude, your Legos and like this dinner and this electricity and this heat, all of that stuff costs money. And the way that I get money is by working. And so if I don't work, we'll be outside like naked trying to catch our own food. So I gotta. And he's like,
was that the wrong answer? That sounds fun, Dad.
Yeah. He was like, but why though? Like, thanks for knocking out this light bill, Dad. Make it real easy to read with all this light.
What's Dad get? The big piece of chicken.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Nick DiPaolo. He's like, they're always shitting on dads in the commercials. It's like, oh, it's such an easy computer. Even Dad can do it. Oh, you mean the guy who bought you the fucking thing? Yeah.
Oh man.
What a jerk.
Dude,
this is a great pre 9/11 New York movie too.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us a synopsis.
Makes me like New York. 2 overworked single parents accidentally co-parent for a day and then fall in love while running through 90s New York.
Yeah. At least a decade or so before there was a co-parent existed. Side note, on the list of everything that is horrible is water. I hate water. I'm out of Sprite Zeros. I would rather light myself on fire than drink bottled water.
Well, I'm looking at you hold the bottle and it's such a tiny bottle.
So it's like Shaquille holding a 40. That's not racist. He's just giant. Dude, what am I, a Steve Dorr drinking water? I would rather give myself bowel surgery with a stick than drink bottled water. I hate it here, but this is where my computer is.
You need to get some flavor packets or something, man.
Yeah, dude. I put that on my to-do pile. I couldn't find the budget for this movie, but it grossed almost $100 million. It came out December 20th. So if you look at it on the year, it's like this dead last, but it had 10 days to earn. But if you look at it like total earnings of movies released in 96, it ends up being number 35 on the year. Landing right between Romeo plus Juliet and The Mirror Had Two Faces.
Ooh, I remember Romeo plus Juliet.
That soundtrack was great.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see the budget, so I did some digging, and the one that I came across was $32 million for the movie with budgeting for what's it called? Commercials and stuff.
Yeah,
that was up to $40 million.
Nice.
So they used $8 million just on commercials.
Honestly, man, that feels like a pretty successful rom-com because there's not. I mean, it's a lot of outdoor location shoots. So I'm sure it was expensive, but there's only like 4 people in this movie. And 2 of them are 6-year-olds. You don't have to pay them all that much.
Is that how that works?
I don't
really get their fingers in there and really clean out those bullet holes.
Not if you ask Macaulay Culkin, because he was like, yeah, my parents were robbing me blind. And I was like, I don't feel like acting. They're like, well, you're going anyway.
Yeah. I did also want to mention that the reason that it didn't do gangbusters at the box office, it said it opened the same weekend as Beavis and Butthead Do America. And I think that probably hindered it because there's probably a lot of crossover on Beavis and Butthead Do America and One Fine Day, right?
Like probably a lot of couples were like, let's go see a movie this weekend. And then they're like, oh, Beavis and Butthead Does America. Sweet. Done deal.
It's so romantic. Dude, Golden Globe nominations for both Pfeiffer and Clooney. But they didn't win. The song for the first time, it got nominated for a Golden Globe, a Grammy, and an Academy Award. That's a Kenny Loggins jam.
Nice.
And I use the term jam very loosely. It's not that good. I went and listened to it. And I don't even remember it being in the movie. Honestly, I remember hearing Boy from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing Glory of Love with Kebmo. And
Yeah.
I remember the Natalie Merchant version of One Fine Day. But dude, I don't remember any of the other songs. Have I Told You Lately? I don't remember them playing that. When was that? The Have I Told
I think
You?
that
And
I
it's
think
all
the
drunk
Have I Told You
Van Morrison.
Lately was when at the very end when she was like standing there looking out the window at the fake rain.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And What a Difference a Day Made. I like that song, Tony Bennett. Yeah.
That's not the best version, but yeah.
No, it's not.
Um
Yeah,
so
dude, really,
did-
a really good
doing all that stuff.
soundtrack, dude. Golden Globe nominations completely well earned. They were both really good in this, and it's the whole movie is kind of like these two are charming. Let's put them in scenes together.
And dude, what's not like both of them are really good actors. Like they
Yeah.
were really, really good actors. And I know this sounds stupid from a movie like a rom-com, but because I've seen this 1,000 times and I'm watching it while I'm taking notes, I'm actually looking at their faces when they're not talking, and they were like doing the acting thing, and they were really good at it. I could see why they're in movies. They're really good at what they do.
Yeah, I think you call that part the reacting.
Yeah, but
yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, really, really good.
I was trying to think, when's the last time we did a movie with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Batman Returns.
Was it Batman Returns? But
so.
surely she did movies and we just didn't. I'm trying to look at her.
Did we skip? What's the one where she learns to break dance with the students? What's that one?
Yeah, we did skip that one.
In that one she's in?
Yeah. God, what's the? Why can't I think of the name of that one? We didn't do
Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds. I was going to say. I just kept wanting to say Gangster's Paradise. Gangster's Paradise movie.
That gets it there. I mean, I like Michelle Pfeiffer, but I'm not sad we skipped over that one.
That would have been fine to do that. Like that's such a cliche that we would have had a lot of fun with it. I'm not upset about that. Somebody came in Discord this week and was like, "Dude, you guys are gonna have some hard choices for 96." I was like, "Yeah, tell me about it. We got like 45 movies we want to do, and we got 26 episodes.
Yeah.
There are gonna be some cuts. If you want to do the Goofy movie, you're probably not gonna do Dangerous Minds."
That's a choice too that we made. That is a choice.
That was a no-brainer. Neither of us needed any time to think about that.
Ooh, do I want to
Do you want to talk about Michelle Pfeiffer, or do you want to talk about Tevin Campbell?
Deal with my teaching every single day.
That's true. If there's a movie where there's teachers, you're like, "Oh, it's great. I get Vietnam flashbacks while I'm watching this movie."
It's weird though. That's where I learned how to tie my do-rag before I go into class each day.
Yeah, they just rap the Shakespeare to the kids, and then everyone will connect, and they'll all get A's, and they'll all go to college.
Double D.
No sequels, no spinoffs. I have no recollection of seeing this for the first time.
Oh, I remember buying this at the 550 bin because Biggin was with me.
Yeah.
He had bags full. I can remember him not wanting a buggy and carrying a 2 liter of Dr. Pepper in his hand and 3 bags of chips. And he was holding them like this. And I stopped at the 550 bin and I was like, I don't know, dude, let's see if we can find something good. And he had seen this in the theater with his nanny. And he was like, you need to get that. I'm telling you, you're going to like it. And we ended up, I mean, it sounds pretty weird that we went and bought snacks and then Netflix and chilled back at my parents' house.
It's a different time.
Yeah.
The 1900s. Or the early 2000s.
Oh man. But yeah, I remember buying it. And
listen, what happens between a man and another man inside the privacy of their own raincoat is nobody's business.
And I say, look here, Utah. So yeah, that's where I got it. Yeah, that's where I saw it. How'd you rate it? Because this is my jam.
Yeah, dude. I was there were some parts of it from like a writing standpoint that I didn't like because the main thing that I don't like is the whole thing is built around the cliche that like the single mom is like, I got it locked down, and the single dad is like, what time is it? Let's party. Where's your school? Like those are all stereotypes that I, as a like dad who pays attention to shit, can't stand.
It was very what time does it start? Probably 9. Everything starts around 9. And the
Yeah.
whole time I was like, he doesn't know when his kid's school starts?
Yeah, dude. He's carrying his kid through the streets of New York City, and he's like, "Where's your school?" And she's like, "I don't know." He's like, "What time does it start?" "I don't know." And he's like, "All right, it's probably 9. Everything's 9." He's like, "This dude is a horrible dad. Like, he doesn't have a bed for her at his house. He's just got a fucking scaffold in the living room and an open fireplace."
Yeah.
So that shit drives me crazy. But for the 90s, you couldn't have written it any other way.
But that's because he only had the scaffolding because he has a plumbing problem. Remember?
Right.
He's got old bills to pay. It's up to his ears in student debt.
But he had a second bedroom in that apartment. It was filled with boxes. So he's got a bedroom where he keeps the boxes that aren't important enough to unpack. And then his kid sleeps on the freaking couch in the room where the scaffolding is.
What do you say we move those boxes out and we make one for Bob here? And then we can put a bed in there for you.
Get a couple boxes of donuts. Yeah, dude. So that, I don't like that. I don't like those stereotypes. They have not gone away. They're still making sitcoms with that exact same framework, but it drives me crazy. But
guys brush their teeth like this, and girls brush their teeth like this.
yes, I don't like stereotypes, or the Dutch. But but anyway,
Well, then
no.
I'm going to start my own. I'm going to start my own moon place with blackjack
and hookers. Actually, forget the blackjack. But this movie's great. The soundtrack is great. Their back and forth is great. The kids are really good. And especially as someone who was a kid this age, I kept going they're nailing it. All this parenting is exactly how this shit would go. The kids don't want to do it, but you got to work anyway. He freaking squeezes a juice box on her when she's going to an important meeting. She loses it and yells at him, and then he starts to feel bad, and then she feels bad because he's just a kid. He can't help it. All of that shit was, and even though I was grumpy and didn't want to do it, and it was longer than I would like, at the end of it, I was like, that movie's awesome. I really like it.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Nice. That's awesome. I have the same problem that you have where I don't like how it's so stereotypical, and she's just like, I'm never going to let another man get the door for me or any of that. I get that. I get what they're trying to do, but they didn't have to hit us over the head with it so hard.
A real superwoman. Can't open her door, won't shut her mouth. Excuse me? You talking about me? The first lady. We're thinking about doing a piece on her.
You're with a lady, you dog. Oh, God, I fucking love that guy. So the only other problem I had is stupid Sammy Parker was so... I get that the little girl wandered off and that sucks. And she loves the kitty. Feed the kitty. But she at least was like, I'm just going to play with these Rorschach cards while my dad
does his therapy session.
Does therapy. And then
talks about cookies and fish.
With what's that guy? Robert Klein. That's the I can't stop my leg guy. Anyway, so she was, I feel, better than the other kid.
Yeah.
He was running the freaking little rolling thing into the guy's shin. He was knocking stuff over, unpacking the purse, and driving an RC car through the lobby. All of that, I was like, somebody needs to beat this kid's ass. I know they say you shouldn't hit your kids, and I realize that, but you shouldn't hit some of your kids.
You shouldn't hit some of your kids.
So dude, the whole time I was just like, I think we can do better. I don't like that kid. And then I looked up what he looks like now, and I really don't like that kid. I gave it a 9.5 because that's the only thing I could find a problem with. I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this 100 more times before I die, probably.
I would definitely watch this again, tomorrow. If my wife was like, you watched that? I would have watched that with you. I'm like, let's freaking crank it up. I'm ready. I love this movie.
Well, I came out of the room and I had just finished, I had started it and then at school and then finished it at home. And when I came out, Kat was like, what movie were you watching? I was like, One Fine Day. And she was like, hi, Jack. I was like, oh, you know that one? She's like, I love that movie. I was like, yeah, freaking everybody should. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's fantastic. So 9.5 is what I gave it.
I mean, yeah, can't argue. Can't argue at all. Let's do best 3. What's your first scene?
The first scene is the one that you were just talking about. They're in the cab together. They just missed the boat. they get in and he pulls his column out and he pulls his paper out and it's got his column because he's he works for a newspaper. And she's like, you don't have to do that. I already have an opinion of you and I of you. Like, oh, okay, God. And then he pulls out his phone and starts calling his editor, Lou, who's this big, huge old guy. Charles Durning. What movie did we do with him? Didn't we do one with him?
We definitely did. I
remember saying his name, but I just don't remember what movie it was. I want to say it was Hudsucker Proxy.
Hudsucker Proxy. Yeah, he was the warring Hudsucker.
Yeah,
he was also in IQ.
Wasn't he in Everywhere I Turn? Tracy. What's the frig? Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy that we did on Patreon. Yeah, he's in Dick Tracy, which we only did on Patreon. But yes, nice. So we've actually done 3 movies of his.
Nice. I freaking love that dude. Well, he is definitely not a hot chick that wants to know what color panties he's wearing. So when he's talking to her, he's like, I just want to see what color panties you're wearing. And he's just doing it to make Michelle Pfeiffer mad. Yeah. And I loved it. It was fantastic. And I like the split screen phone call thing when they do that.
I like the split screen phone call. I also really like the direction in this movie. Like there's that one part where they're arguing about the Peter Pan complex. Oh, and the camera is stationary and each of the actors come in and out to like insult the other one and leave again. I was like, this is good direction. I like this.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, dude, that's a great one. They set it up where it's like he's a dad, his kid gets dumped on him, he has no idea what the hell she's up to, and then Michelle Pfeiffer's this super organized single mom who's also, her ex is also an idiot. And so she's like taking care of everything. She's got a freaking Mary Poppins bag that's got snacks and changes of clothes and superhero costumes. And like they both can't stand each other for reasons that don't really make a ton of sense.
Well, it all stems from him just not being all together this morning. She goes all the way to their house and it makes him miss the thing. And then
right, but the thing that gets skipped over that he didn't say that he easily, if I'm in that situation and Michelle Pfeiffer's mad at me because I'm incompetent, I didn't call her, I'd be like,
right,
dude, this isn't my time with my daughter. My ex showed up on my doorstep and said I'm on my way to my honeymoon. Take her or I have to cancel the flights. Like this is not on me.
Yeah,
like you're mad at men, that's your thing, but like this is my ex's fault. I'm just trying to do what I can here.
He drums for Bruce Springsteen, and she's never gonna like men that's not George Clooney from here on out. So
yeah, I'm with him. I like George Clooney way better than Eddie, the real dad.
Sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah, dude. My first scene is a little bit of a cheat because it's technically more than one scene, but I just think the open of this movie is fantastic.
Is it when they're panning the windows or after that?
Yeah, dude. They're panning the windows. You're getting the Natalie Merchant, like very low-key ballady One Fine Day. But then I'm talking about like both of them separately starting their morning. Like he's starting his morning with his ex coming in to drop off his daughter. Yeah. It's like, hey, my tickets are non-refundable. The sitter canceled. I'm on my way to my honeymoon.
Yeah.
Please take her. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And then she starts like ripping him, and he's like, when there's an attempted manipulation, I would go with maybe compliments instead of insults.
Yeah, I would have gone with flattery.
And then he's walking her to school, and he's like, "Where's your school?" And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "What time does it start?" Like that whole that's like the first 5 minutes of this movie. But I was just thinking, even though it's more than one scene, I was like, dude, this movie starts so well.
Yeah,
we've done 4 episodes from 1996, and 3 of them I've said this movie starts incredibly well.
Yeah, dude. Stupid Sammy Parker not going to bed and wanting a sip of water and then having a nightmare. I will put a pillow over that kid's face. We don't play that come sleep in our bed type thing.
Dude, we don't either. If we stay in a hotel room and my kid gets to sleep in the bed with us, he's having the most fun ever. He's like, we should do this again. We're like, yeah, call me in like 10 years. Like you have your bed, we have our bed.
I don't want that at all.
I don't need a small, sweaty person kicking me all night and then asking me for shit. That's not the experience
rolling
I'm looking
over
for.
And smacking you in the face like he does in the movie. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, this definitely hit different having a kid, especially one in that age range. I was like, oh God, Because I know plenty of people like that. There's like, yeah, the kids just sleep with us. They're 8 now. You're like, how's that go? It's like, I haven't slept in 10 years. Yeah, of course you haven't.
Horrible. Also the whole thing where he's like, I'm really excited about tomorrow. I can't wait to go in big boats. I like big boats. And he's supposed to be falling asleep. It's like midnight and he just asks for water. God, that it's just.
But that's part of it too, man. Because my kid, like, he's definitely at the age where he will do any stall tactic he thinks he can to keep me in his room. It's like, all right, buddy, I'll see you later. I love you. Wait, hang on. I need some water. All right, hold on, let's get some water. All right, here's your water. He's like, I want it to be cold. Well, all right, hang on. Hold on, I get some ice. Bring it back to him. He's like, hey, can you turn on my Red Box? I want to hear my Ninja Turtle stories. Okay, I got that. It's like, wait, where's my blanket? I'm like, look, dude, I gotta go. It's bedtime.
Hey, did I leave a penny over there? I was gonna swing by.
Maybe I'll swing by late night. Check that out.
Late night.
But yeah, so I felt that deep in my bones.
So much.
My second one
what's your second one?
Is what you were talking about earlier. He takes his daughter to his therapy session. She's like building a house of cards out of the worst shot things, and he's talking to his therapist using code, and the friggin' like they're carrying around the class fish. He's like, I just met this fish this morning, real piece of work, shoving her cookies in my face, and dude, and
he's like, I love the cookies, hate the. And he's like thinking, and the guy goes, cookie maker?
Therapist like, cookie maker? He's like, yes. It's like, and then the cookie maker thinks that I just because I don't, wasn't as involved in the making of the cookies, that my specialty is the frosting. Yes, frosting. I could do other stuff. And I happen to be very good at the frosting. And dude, and the kid's like, can we get cookies, Daddy? I'm hungry.
What about the cookies, Daddy? That's one of my quotes.
I love that. I love that. And then he's like, yeah, and then she's shoving her fish in my face. He's like, fish? Why'd she have fish? He's like,
fish
no,
with other fish?
Fish. I know that makes no sense to a listener who hasn't seen this movie recently.
Oh man.
But take our word for it. It's very funny.
That's because he's like, I'm at a real piece of work today. And he's like, there are other fish in the sea. Yes, and this fish was the fox. And he goes with the fish metaphor, and then he forgets that metaphor and has the actual class fish. And he's like, fish. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Might be a little too fast for you guys, but your kids are gonna love it.
My second one is when he shows up with his daughter at work.
Yeah.
And all of the girls, because it's George Clooney. I would say hijack the same way.
Yeah.
But it's people like Amanda Peet and other what's her Evelyn? Did you see Evelyn? The blonde that was out front, the receptionist that like had all the calls. Remember when the thing opens up, he's like Liza, tell the friggin' people to call me. I'm at a new number, and the door just closes and he doesn't even say anything. Yeah. That was what's her name? That was Evelyn. You're still missing the cutoff man.
I want you to work on that before next season. I completely missed. I remember that scene, and I guess I just missed that one shot that she was in.
Yeah, Biddy Schramm is her name. Marla.
Oh yeah, Biddy Schramm.
So they show up there, and he's carrying her, and he's like, all right, so I just need to work on this, and then we'll be done, and then the whole rest of the day is yours. We can do whatever you want. And she's like, why are all the girls talking to you like that? He's like, talking like what? What are you talking about? She's like, they're like, hi, Jack. And then the next person is like, hi, Jack. Yeah. And she's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. I freaking love that. Even the little girl knows that all the chicks are throwing shit at him.
Yeah.
But it's George Clooney.
Yeah, dude. 34-year-old George Clooney, even though he's like already got gray hair at 34, which makes me feel good. But, and like, especially like Amanda Peet was like full on throwing herself at him. And I was like, I know we're trying to show that he's a good guy, but I think he should just maybe take her out for a drink because that's Amanda Peet.
Because it's Amanda Peet.
She's wicked hot. She's super funny. I like Amanda Peet.
Oh man!
Maybe just catch up with Michelle Pfeiffer tomorrow and just take her out for a drink tonight. That's That's a great one. Also, the daughter sits in the editor's office and is like petting the newspaper kitty, Lois Lane, who immediately eats the class fish, which ends up being like a plot point that has to be fixed later on, which I actually really like.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that he names her Lois Lane too. That's great.
My third scene, dude, I had a really hard time, man, because I'm not going to lie. Almost every scene in this movie I really like. Like, you pick anyone when Michelle Pfeiffer goes to the model shop and the kid's like riding around on the thing. Like, I like that. When she's having drinks with the people and she's wearing the freaking dinosaur shirt under her like professional architect clothes and they're doing the like fake Superman stuff outside the window. I like that.
Yeah.
Like when they miss the bus, when they miss the boat, I like that. When they go to the soccer game, I like that. When they go have ice cream sundaes, I like that. The whole thing is awesome.
I like when he turns to the mom that pulls up with the little girl in the back of the Vespa. Looks like you missed the boat, and he turns around and smiles, and Michelle Pfeiffer's like, "This son of a bitch." Like, you can just tell in her face. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So my third one, I had a hard time picking, but I ended up picking when he decides to get a cat so that he can go to his press conference and not lose his job.
Yeah, that with an actual daughter, that hit pretty hard for me. I was just like, oh man, I know it.
Because I was like, both of the characters, Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney, they're having really important career days. Like, if they don't get shit right, they're going to get fired. Right. And they're both just like, we got it. We'll do whatever we can just to make this like that. That's the drama, you know, that's the thing that's driving it. Yeah. He's like, I got to get to this press conference. You ran away. You're underneath some random woman's like counter playing with kitties.
Stupid kid.
And he's like, come on, we got to go. And she's like, no, daddy, no. And then he stops. He's like, you really like these kitties. Yeah. He's like, all right, what's this one's name? He's like, this is Bob. This is whatever.
And he took the time to actually.
Yeah. Because first of all, that's great parenting. Second of all, that's horrible parenting because you can only get your kid a cat once. That only works once.
You can only do that trick once.
Third of all, that's not at all realistic because everyone knows that if you're stressed and you're late for something and you got to be there, you're not going to take the time to learn all the kitties' names. You're going to grab your kid by the ankles and drag her out of there and run to the press conference so you don't get fired.
Ah, man, that was the only problem with her. The other kid, stupid Sammy Parker, made it so much worse. His thing was way worse. She was just making everybody hurt and freaking. He was killing me. Dude, that was a really good scene. My third scene is she gives him all the warnings, shellfish, dander, all those allergies, what to do in emergencies. He ends up having to take him to the hospital, does all the things, shows up at 3:15 in the lobby of 30 Rock where they're supposed to meet. And she's like, I thought you weren't going to show up.
Yeah.
If you were going to show up at all, you were going to be late or whatever, however she said it. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm not like every other man you know. And she's like, yeah, well, I'm not like every other woman you know. And he's like, all right, well, before this gets into another exhaustive thing, I got to go save my job. And he goes, it sounds like he wants to say her name as he's walking off, but he doesn't. And he pauses. And she says, I know it's hard to remember with Celia and all the different like Evelyn and Celia and the things. And he walks over and he like just leans in with the George Clooney lean. And he's like, I know your name, Mel. And I was like, God, that's freaking, as the kids would say, that's some Riz right there. He freaking killed it. That part of the movie, I was like, he's got it. He's just reeling her in like the end of Jaws. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. It's like burned into my brain.
But that's the great thing about this movie is it didn't have to be as good as it was to still have been enjoyable because we had fun watching freaking Sandra Bullock and what's his name and While You Were Sleeping just because they were two charming people being charming together. And that wasn't a great movie, but I'm like, this is fun. I like this.
Yeah.
Like this one took it up a notch because it's actually a good movie and the leads are really charming and they're like, they have great chemistry.
Trinity bussin'.
Yeah, dude.
It's also cool for kids. All right, let's do the
quotes. The first one I had was Carrier Monkey. Just because I say it all the time.
Dude, me too. And I didn't put it on there. And the whole time I was like, do I? Do I do that? Can you check and see if my amoxicillin has refills?
Every year I get strep throat. Do you know a kid could give you strep throat even if they don't have strep throat? And dude, so, like she's talking to her boss who's old and crotchety, and everyone knows her boss hates kids, and her kid is obviously stupid. Sammy Parker is obviously with her, and she's like, "Stay out with the receptionist. Like, just do me a solid." And he's a 6-year-old boy, so he doesn't give a shit. So he wanders into the meeting and is like, "Mommy," and she's like, "Yeah, let's go find this boy's mommy. Hang on one second." And
that's a great idea. Let's go find your mommy.
And then her boss is like lecturing her about how, you know, he's like, do you know what I see when I look at him? And she's like all smiling. She's like, what? And he's like, carrier monkey.
I'm sorry, sir. Someone spilled the Haskell blueprints, coffee all over the Haskell blueprints. Dude, God, stupid Sammy Parker probably would get him sick. That dude, he was killing me.
But also, dude, I've been very lucky because I just have one kid and he's got a great immune system, but he thinks nothing about sneezing right into your mouth. Like,
I need to tell you a secret right into the back of your throat.
So it's completely accurate to call a kid under the age of 10 a carrier monkey because they're just freaking down on the ground eating cigarette butts and they want to come stick their fingers into your mouth. It's like, dude, that is exactly the experience.
I hate to tell you, but I have like 9 kids missing out of each class because they're like licking doorknobs or something and everybody has the flu. So I don't think it gets any better when they get older. I think we're just smart enough to not put our hands on our face and put our fingers in our mouth rather. I think
hopefully
everybody's gross. My very first one is the one I keep saying. She and the little girl and the little boy they both missed it, and their parents are discussing how they can fix the day, and they're pretending to talk on the phone. Yeah. And she goes, Maggie Taylor calling. I have an urgent message for stupid Sammy Parker. And dude, the pause that she says, I have an urgent message for, and pause, and then says stupid Sammy Parker. Freaking love it. I love it. It's so good. So stupid Sammy Parker's my first quote. Yeah, dude.
Also, so that the daughter is Mae Whitman.
Yeah.
She ends up playing Anne in Arrested Development, which is an amazing role.
So the only other thing I remember her, Bye Bye Love, obviously we talked about that.
Yeah.
Hope Floats.
Hope Floats.
When they pull her away from, what's his name? Who's the guy in that?
Harry Connick Jr.
Harry Connick. When they pull her away from Harry Connick Jr., she's screaming. Dude, that shit gets me bad. She's really good at that. I mean, I'm sure she's still acting and doing, I don't know, other stuff.
Yeah, dude, she definitely is.
But yeah, I totally remember her from that. You should look up what stupid Sammy Parker looks like now. He's like just an old dude with a beard, and it's weird, and I don't like it at all. And it makes me angry that I'm so old. Because all I remember is that kid from all the things he was in. He was in like the bonus Home Alone, like the 3.
Yeah, Home Alone 3.
He was in God, he's in something else that I saw him in, and I was like, oh, I remember that kid. I don't know, but the point
he's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in like Titan AE. He was in Bounce with Gwyneth Paltrow and Ben Affleck. He was in Race to Space. Like nothing good really, but he's done a bunch of stuff.
Good for him. Stupid
good for
Sammy
him.
Parker. No, that's the one I like. The stupid Sammy Parker.
That's great. So, and that's what I mean about this being a really good script. There's a couple of really like we talked about the cat eating the fish. That's genius plotting. The kids playing on the phones and then just at the very last second just switching them and no one notices. I was like, God, that's so genius.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, we'll just set up the whole thing where they want to never talk again, but they have to. How do we do that? They have each other's phones. Why do they get each other's phones? Like the kids do it.
When the guy Lou is like, "Why you were talking about panties?" and she's like, "All right," she snaps it closed and hangs up on him. That's great.
I also like when they call each other for the first time. He's like, he calls her, and he's like, "This is Jack Taylor." And she's like, "How'd you get this number?" He's like, "You're holding my phone." And she's like, "This is so typical." He's like, "How about we just skip the insults and let's just do messages?" It's like, your mother can't babysit. But it's not because Sammy stuck the ring up his nose, whatever.
It's Rita. I freaking like that chick too.
She's great.
Holland Taylor's been in a ton of
Holland
stuff.
Taylor.
Yeah. She's still around, by the way.
She's still around, and she's also in a long-term relationship with Sarah Paulson, which is really strange to me because they're like 30 years age difference. But also they live in entirely separate apartments. Like they don't just like, we got our own bedroom. It's like, no, I have my own apartment. And then she has her apartment. And I was like, man, this lesbian thing's sounding better and better.
Don't tell my wife, but that sounds delightful. I can't wait till we do her as Truman's mom.
Oh God.
We're still going to be doing this in 1998, aren't we?
Yes. 2 years from now. Yeah. I got no other plans. The other quote that I had is the other one I already said, which is where George Clooney is insulting Michelle Pfeiffer. A real superwoman. Can't open her door, won't shut her mouth. And she's like, well, are you talking about me? And he's the first lady. We're thinking about doing a piece on her. It's such a perfect, like, it's like a Don Rickles joke. It's just a perfect setup.
And they cut back to the editor, and he has got a mouthful of sandwiches, dying laughing. I love it. I love it. That right before that, when he's like, what color panties are you wearing? He's like, what? And he's like, pink? Pink, sure, pink. God, it's great. My next quote is, I had, what about the cookies? But I say that all the time when we've already said it. Another thing that I say a lot, and I think I knew where it was from, but I don't even know why I say it, because it's not a big line in the movie. But she says, oh, it's not your fault, baby. It's Maggie's daddy's fault. And like, Cat'll say something, and Cece's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And she's like, it's not your fault. I'm like, yeah, it's Maggie's daddy's fault. And Cece's always like, who's Maggie? What the hell are we talking about? Everybody's confused because that is real. It's not a throwaway line. It's not a major line. It is just in there. And for some reason it's stuck in my head, and I say it still.
I would not get the reference if you said that in front of me. That's how obscure that one is.
Yeah. Sure.
Dude, I was thinking about two. I'll do the one that I went with first, and I'll give you my bonus one. The one that I went with is one that I knew was coming, and I was waiting for, and I was delighted with. And George Clooney's talking to his kid. He's like, Maggie, when you grow up and are incredibly beautiful and intelligent, and possess a certain sweetness that's like a distant promise to the brave, to the worthy, could you please not beat to a pulp every miserable bastard that comes your way simply because you can? Could you not do that? And she just goes, Daddy. Okay, Daddy.
Dude, it's great too, because she's just like listening, and she's like, okay, Daddy, whatever. It's freaking great. Dude, I didn't know which one you were going to go with, and I don't know why, but I thought you were going to go with LSD. Because they have to leave them at the 9th Street Drop-In Center, which is like childcare during the day.
Yeah.
And she gets a call. Michelle Pfeiffer gets a call, and it's stupid Sammy Parker. And he's like, Mommy? She's like, what happened? I don't want to stay here anymore, and neither does Maggie. Sweetie, you're just going to have to. What happened? Spider-Man kicked me, and she took Maggie's snack. She's like, let me talk to the teacher. She's outside talking to the Hulk about not using the F word. Look, you're just going to have to be big and brave. And Mom, what's LSD? LSD? Sit right there. Do not move. Somebody will pick you up in 10 minutes. Dude, I loved it, dude. It's so funny. She's outside talking to the Hulk about not using the F word. I had to pause it because I was laughing so hard. That's my favorite line.
Dude, so that one is great because my kid goes to like a Montessori style outside daycare where the kids are just like, it's just Lord of the Flies. Like there's adults there to make sure they don't die, but they don't get in the middle of shit at all. And so, like there's one kid at this camp who's like probably about Wolf's age, so 4. And like he goes there 2 days a week, and one day a week he'll come home and tell us about something that this kid did. And my wife and I are always like, baby, that's okay. Look, just if he's mean, you just don't play with him. And then like Wolf leads around like, that fucking kid. Like there's so like leaving your kid with some other asshole kids, and you being like, what the fuck is the matter with that kid? It's like so relatable to me, man. I loved it.
Oh man, that's so great.
I was because he'll just like Wolf will leave the room. I'll be like, you shut this fucking kid up, or I will shoot him and put a knife in his hand.
Oh god, dude, I'm telling you, I really did have to pause it because he said She-Ra took Maggie's snack, and I lost my shit, dude. She-Ra is funny just that as a reference.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
And the fact that it was the day where everybody had to dress like a superhero, and he doesn't look like a superhero. He looks like a poo-poo crybaby.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This
so good.
The
So
writer of this movie, whose name I'm going to pull up, Michael Hoffman, nailed it. No, that's the director.
That's the director.
Terrell Seltzer and Ellen Simon. Shout out
Yeah.
them. They don't even have Wikipedia pages, but they crushed it on this one.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And
the
then the one-
delivery doesn't hurt.
No. Those kids could have gone and done big things. They were great. The other one that I wanted to put in there just for discussion purposes, I don't think it's a great quote, but like she's trying to go do drinks with her boss and the clients and whatever, and he's like, he's got to make the soccer game where he doesn't get a trophy, freaking snowflakes.
Right.
And she's like, we're gonna make it to the soccer game. I promise you, the most important thing in the world. And then he hits her with the 6-year-old guilt trip. He's like, no, I'm not. Your job is. And I'm like, all right, dude, you got to pay for shit. Like,
yeah, they don't get that yet, do they?
And this is very triggering to me because this exact conversation we've been having all week because we just got back from 12 days of ice storm and a week of vacation. And so my son's like, can you play? I'm like, dude, I have to work or we're going to be homeless. And like, so does your mom. Like, I love you, but like, I got to do some grown up shit right now. I know it's not that much fun. Believe me, it's not that much fun for me either.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like, I can't wait for him to be old enough to understand that I'm doing stuff that I don't want to do because that's what being an adult means. So you have to do stuff that you don't want to do, even though you can act like a kid whenever you want.
Nice callback. That's why I like it when the kids are like, I can't wait to grow up. I'm going to be able to like stay up late and not sleep and like eat cake for dinner and just do whatever. I would just sit on the couch and watch TV. I'm like, yeah, you're describing depression. You're definitely going to have that. It's what adults have.
That does sound like college, but then after that, you can't. Like, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of them not having a Wikipedia page, I don't recognize any of the other movies that these people have written. Ellen.
Give them to me. I don't even know them.
What's that?
Let me hear them. I couldn't even look up the stuff they've done.
Ellen Simon, she did One Fine Day, and then she did Moonlight and Valentino, which is a play/screenplay. And then she wrote one episode of 30 something. Isn't that a show?
Yeah.
That you guys like. And then the other guy, Terrell Seltzer, The Rendezvous. I never heard of that movie. How I Got into College. I don't recognize either of those movies. And I don't even recognize the people in those movies. And I recognize a lot of really random people. So yeah, I don't think that they did too much after this.
Yeah, that's this happened to us a couple times. Like I remember way back in freaking 92, 4 years ago, we did like My Cousin Vinny. And we're like, these writers haven't really done anything else. How is that possible? Because this movie is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that one time and go like, I think I'm good. I'm going to go back to working at the 7-Eleven.
I'm going to hang it up. Yeah, dude, I don't get that. I don't get it.
Yeah, dude, let's do characters. Clooney and Pfeiffer.
No
brainers.
And not stupid Sammy Parker.
It sounded like you were mad about the characterization of this kid, but as it goes on and on, it sounds like you're mad about his performance too.
I just don't like that kid. He's going down. I'm going to be there when he falls. Dude, Michelle Pfeiffer, she's not quirky. She's just like a mom that's super exhausted.
Yeah.
She's like the frazzled professional. I like it. I feel like I know that there was a lot of those stereotypes, but I felt like there was actually like depth and vulnerability. And like she kept calling her mom and her mom couldn't do it because it was spa day at Elizabeth Arden. And she called her sister and she can't do it because she's the CEO of that household. And it's a lot harder than you think. She had to bend over from the waist to change the DVD. Can you believe that?
Listen,
mom, hardest job on the planet.
We
just don't talk to those coal miners over there because they'll disagree.
Yeah, drinking their freaking tiny bottle of waters.
The what bottle of water?
No, because her family subplot was awesome. You didn't really need it, but I loved it. Like her sister is clearly some like Park Avenue rich chick. She's like, I can't. I'm spending the whole day getting ready for the party. And she's like, your kids, you have
a nanny,
one kid with a nanny, and you have a cook, and she's like, yeah, I'm getting ready for this party. She's like, I do have a job. I'm the CEO of this household.
Yeah, she's like, I'm getting dressed for the party later.
And dude, Michelle Pfeiffer, even though she's an architect, which I've hired architects, we pay them a lot of money. She was like living in a janky 1-bedroom apartment where her kid like had a blow up mattress on the side of her bedroom.
Yeah, but it's like $1,000 million to live in New York. So
yeah, dude, but not in Diggity 6. It should have been way less. But anyway, she's struggling, and her family's like clearly like rich a-holes, and she was great. I mean, like if you look at her movies, it's a lot of stuff that like
Batman Returns,
Dangerous Liaisons, Baker Boys, Love Field, Age of Innocence. Well, that's a bunch of shit I don't care about.
Yeah.
But when I do see a movie that I like that she's in, I'm like, Michelle Pfeiffer, she's always good. I like her.
So you know how sometimes you're like, oh man, in rom-coms, the chick is almost the female lead is almost untouchable. It seems like they always seem really like over the top, too far away. But this one, she felt relatable. Dude, I don't know. I felt like she did a really good job. I liked her in all of this. Plus, she was the executive producer. She was very a big part of this getting made.
Well, I was going to say she was cast first because she was a EP, and so like I read that George Clooney's part would originally kind of didn't exist. She was just it was just a frazzled single mother like doing everything, and then she finds love in an unlikely way, and then like they finally like the quote was like, we realized like we're being kind of sexist because there are plenty of like single dads that are kind of dealing with the same thing, and then they come up with this kind of like side by side, and I was like, God, that's so good. I love that.
Yeah, that killed it.
But they wanted freaking Kevin Costner and Tom Cruise, and then when those guys pass, it's like, let's just make him he's a single dad, and then they just meet and they do their thing.
While you were just saying that, I just for some reason my mind was wandering, and you were talking about how her family was super rich, and I never thought about it that way. Because the sisters got a lot of money, and the mom is at Elizabeth Arden for a spa day, so she obviously has money. Michelle Pfeiffer doesn't seem. I mean, architects make pretty good money.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think maybe she's just like, okay, I'm gonna date the musician to be different and be? She seems like she might be the rebel that dated the musician, and now she's trying to do everything herself. Yeah,
she's a black sheep. And then she's also like the control freak. She's like, I don't need a man. It's like, we don't need a man. You can drive a car with your feet if you want to.
Oh, man. Let's talk about George Clooney, Jack Taylor. You don't know Jack Taylor.
Dude.
He's got that lovely color in his skin, which you also couldn't tell from the picture in the paper.
I'm looking at the picture of him from the New York Film Festival in 2025, and he looks exactly like he looked in this movie. And he's 64 now, and he was 34 then, and that pisses me off. But George Clooney is like parfait. You have me somebody say, I don't like no parfait.
Everybody likes parfait.
Everybody likes parfait. Everybody likes George Clooney.
Yeah. Rosemary Clooney's nephew. Dude, is he a Nepo baby? No?
I don't know. Probably. Who cares?
I don't. He had a commercial during the Super Bowl this year.
Nice.
DoorDash.
I was driving back from Louisiana. I didn't get to watch any of that.
You know what you missed?
A lot of punts.
Nothing.
That's what I heard. A lot of punting.
Yeah, nothing. Dude, I like this. I like George Clooney in this. I don't know if I like him more than Michelle Pfeiffer, though. But I definitely like him. And this, I feel like this makes him. Remember, wasn't he on ER before this?
Yes, he was.
I don't have. Okay, so ER was before this. This is ER's like 94-ish, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe before that. Anyway, the he's on TV and now he's like a movie star. You know what I'm saying? This is now he's George Clooney.
Yeah.
With a little copyright. No, a trademark.
Yeah.
George Clooney trademark. Like everybody is going to want him after this. He can carry a movie. Dude, I think he did a great job in this. I thought I want to be like George Clooney.
He's fantastic. I think it's perfect casting, especially at this point in time, because he's like a well-known, like kind of, he doesn't have kids, but he's like a well-known bachelor.
Yeah.
And the role is like be charming. It's like, all right, easy work for George Clooney there.
Done and done. Yeah.
But I was trying, I mean, honestly, until he did the Oceans movies, I don't feel like he was like a full-on movie star. Like he just did like some kind of like, okay, kind of middle of the road stuff.
Yeah. What about, what's the one with the, everybody turns into vampires? Dusk Till Dawn. Was that
Dusk Till
before
Dawn.
Oceans? That was before Oceans.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I loved him in that.
Yeah.
I loved him in that thing
In
I
that
saw
thing
him in.
that I saw him in.
Dude, did you see the thing where it, he really loves basketball,
Yes.
by the way. And he was playing basketball with the crew on a downtime when somebody else was filming something else. And he took an elbow straight to the face and his whole eye swole up. So they just had to shoot everything with like him holding a kid in front of his face or like him turning away from the camera. So that's, I like that because I also like playing basketball.
Agreed. Also, I just read this thing in this about George Clooney that I didn't know before that I think is kind of amazing. He dated Kelly Preston, who we're going to see later this year in Jerry Maguire, from 1987 to 1989. And he gave her a pot-bellied pig named Max. But when they broke up, he took the pig back and he kept it for 18 years.
Good Lord. Pigs live that long? That's awesome.
I mean, I guess if you don't like bacon, they do. But like until he got married, he would like joke that Max was the longest relationship he'd ever had. I was like, I love that he gave his ex a pig and then kept the pig for 18 years.
That's great. When is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't know where that falls in the list.
2000.
Oh,
so I mean, so he's on ER from 94 to 99. He does From Dusk Till Dawn in 96. That's this year. He does this movie this year. He does Out of Sight in 98. I like that movie. Jennifer Lopez.
That's cool. Yeah.
He does Three Kings, which was okay. And he does Oh
Ooh,
Brother,
I remember
Where Art
that.
Thou. I do too.
Yeah. Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, Three Kings, I guess, I didn't like it as much as probably other people. I was just looking at him like, oh, dude, that's David O. Russell, and it's got Mark Wahlberg and freaking Ice Cube. That probably was a good one. I just didn't like it that much.
I think that's a Spike Jonze joint. That's the one. That's, I think I remember liking that. Where they're talking about shooting the guy, and they zoom in and then show his head exploding, and the bullet going through in bullet time.
Spike Jonze is in it, but it's David O. Russell who writes and directs.
I thought Spike Jonze had something to do with it, though.
Well, he's in it, so he might have worked with it. But David O. Russell wrote and directed that movie.
I felt like I remember something about that with him. I don't know. Maybe he's a producer too, and that's what I remember. I don't know. That's a long time ago.
What's who's your third character?
Dude, I got to put Mae Whitman, Maggie Taylor.
Yeah,
like I can't. She's adorable. And
I was gonna put her in there, but tired of us agreeing all the time, so I'm gonna pivot to Amanda Peet because she was also amazing in this. And
she should have been in more of it.
Well, sometimes you see somebody in a role like in a movie that's pretty early on in their career, and you go like, "Oh yeah, that person's gonna be like they're gonna do." You could see like they're gonna do that. They're jumping off the screen. They're gonna do more shit.
Yeah.
And I felt like that for her for this role. I was like, "She's friggin'. They could go take the kids to the soccer game, and the camera could follow Amanda Peet. I would go with her for the afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm interested in that character. She's awesome.
I hope we're still doing this for Saving Silverman because what a jam.
Oh man. But yeah, Mae Whitman was really good. She was of the two kids, she was one of them.
Yeah. She was just the less crappy to me. I know running off is terrifying and it ruined everybody's day, but not as much as stupid Sammy Parker.
Saving Silverman is 2001. I think we got a shot at that. And
oh, jeez.
God, freaking Jack Black and Steve Zahn. I'm all about it.
I don't see anybody up here. Do you see anybody? No, let me check in the back of this closet. God bless.
All right. Writer directors. We talked about the writers already. The director's Michael Hoffman. I thought this was really well directed. He's also hasn't done a ton of, he's directed 15 feature films from 82 to 2024. Pretty good. But not a lot
not bad.
that you've heard of. Not a lot of they were really big.
The weird thing is as I'm hovering over some of them that I don't recognize, like Game 6. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But it stars Michael Keaton, Robert Downey Jr., Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
That might be something good. Gambit. It's got Colin Firth and Cameron Diaz and Alan Rickman, and Stanley Tucci. And it looks like a James Bond cover. All of these sound awesome. I think I might have to check some of these things out from this guy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm how do I not know about these movies? They're featuring people that I like with concepts that sound like they'd be kind of fun.
Right. Yeah. He was also the director of Soap Dish. That's the one with Whoopi, isn't it?
Nice.
Isn't that Whoopi and Robert Downey Jr.? I used to like that one way back in the Gap. That's
that's got a lot of people. That's got Sally Field, Robert Downey Jr., Whoopi, Kevin Kline, Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
Catherine Najimy, Terry Hatcher, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, that's early 90s, isn't it?
91. Yeah.
91, yeah.
Yeah, dude, this movie on Rotten Tomatoes has 53%, which is horrible. I know it's
One Fine Day does?
One Fine Day.
Oh, jeez.
I know it's no Melania, but I thought it was pretty good.
That is a travesty.
It's a Travis Shamockery. I didn't
Sham and a mockery.
I didn't have any other trivia. Do you have any bonus good for this?
You know what I wanted to ask, and maybe you know this because I never had a chance to look it up. He is talking to Rita.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, so what's your number? And I'll call her at that number. And he's like, my number is Pennsylvania 3319. And she's like, Pennsylvania, you're so cute. What is that?
Dude. I'm just assuming that was once upon a time when there were fewer people. There's a Glenn Miller song that talks about the Pennsylvania phone number, and apparently that's supposed to be a way that you would say Pennsylvania, the state abbreviation was PE, and so P is 7 and E is 3. So you'd be if you said Pennsylvania 6,
you got to know what the things are.
Well, dude, they say it on the numbers. But it'd be 736.
No, I'm saying you got to know that Pennsylvania is PE.
Well, it's your phone number, I guess.
I guess if somebody said,
nobody did that, and obviously, in Hammond, there was only 2 exchanges. There was 542 and 345, so it wouldn't really have mattered. But I actually kind of like that because it's way easier to remember a letter and 5 numbers than it is to remember 7 numbers.
Right.
But yeah, I was kind of thrown by that a little bit. I looked at it a little bit, and I was like, what are you calling from a walkie-talkie? I'm like, how? Did you catch a niner in there?
There's a couple of things that I think of when you tell me that. One is I need to look that up because that seems cool, and I want to figure out more about it. And second, Gary Gulman, the stand-up comedian, talks about, he has a whole bit where he talks about coming up with those letters. And he was like, they got to come up with new abbreviations. We're going to be done by lunch. It's no problem. Alabama, AL. Next, what do you got? Alaska. Did we do AL? Somebody check the minutes. Did we do AL yet? He's like, you know what? Let's just go with AK. All right, that sounds good. What's next? Arkansas. All right, check and see if we did AK yet. Did anybody? So that's why I'm wondering.
I love that bit.
Memorize?
But that also reminds me of Brian Regan talking about when you have to read your confirmation code to someone and it has letters and you have to have a word that goes with the letter.
Capital O, 0, lowercase L, 1.
Because I just flew back from Costa Rica and our flight got delayed and we missed it. And so I had to be on the phone with America. And they're like, just give us your confirmation number. I was like, yeah, it's AAGPP. And she reads it back to me wrong. I was like, shit, I got A for Aaron, P for pneumonia. I'm like, I don't know.
Pneumonia. P is in pterodactyl, K is in Gaddafi, and Q is in Gaddafi.
It's horrible. Yeah.
Crime.
Right, real quick before we finish this up, James Newton Howard does the music. The music is very good. He's freaking got a Grammy and Emmy, 9 Academy Award nominations. He's done stuff like freaking The Fugitive and Space Jam and
I remember
like Batman Begins and Michael Clayton and Hunger Games, and so anyway,
I highlighted it in my thing. I think he did Glengarry Glen Ross was the other movie we did with him,
and he also did Pretty Women, which we did on Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
And Pretty Woman was the first Academy Award nomination for him.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, shout out James Newton Howard, who is doing work.
Worst scenes? I don't know.
No worse, dude. I love this movie.
No worse.
The only worst is hanging a whole movie on a concept that involves them using cell phones in every scene and then going like, no one will ever know when we shot this.
Yeah. What about worst effects? There's pretty bad rain in the beginning, but I'm not going to.
I was going to say, every time, because you always bitch about it, anytime there's rain, I'm like, Jeff's going to hate that. like I could just in my mind see the grip up above with the hose just pointing down.
You know who was up there probably holding it? Stupid Sammy Parker. Dude, they had freaking fax machines and old cell phones, the Motorola TAC phone. Dude, I don't know.
It's weird because I mean, like,
messages.
I live in a pretty decent sized city in Nashville, and you live in a small town, but we both like live in houses like on streets where there's other houses. So every time I see a movie where somebody has kids in New York, I just think like it'd be kind of cool to like raise kids in a city and just be like taking it. Like, dude, like they got in the cabs with the kids a bunch of times, and I was like, they have no car seats. They're just holding the kids.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's New York, no one gives a shit. And I'm like, I don't want to get into the car seat thing, but like, I was like, it'd be cool to have a kid in a big city like that. That's an experience that I feel like would be very different than the kind of like family experience I'm having now.
It's weird that because I think Michelle Pfeiffer's character probably would have wanted car seats in the cab.
Yeah. If they remade this, she'd be carrying 2 car seats in her Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah, because you don't take Central Park West. You can't take left at this hour. Yeah. Like she was very adamant about all those things.
Yeah. I didn't say Park Drive. I said through the park.
Damn, McLean, I'm getting too old for this shit. Wait, no, that's 2 different movies.
5 questions.
I don't have any other bad. So
5 questions. Is it okay for kids?
I mean, yeah, I say anybody could watch it, but I don't think anybody over 8 is going to get a lot of the references or jokes or any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Cece kind of enjoyed it, but she didn't even watch the whole thing, so she didn't know what was going on. But when I laughed, she was like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to find that funny. She's still learning what's funny. So I think adults would get this more. And man, that ain't no joke about now it hits harder and different when you have a kid. Yeah, it's so different. It does seem like my kid who's 4 would have zero interest in this. There's no fighting. There's no bad guys. Yeah. There's no karate at all. He's not into that. There's no motorcycle special
races.
Effects on TV. You lie there and cry about that.
But yeah, there's nothing bad about it. It's just it would be boring for kids who are younger than that.
Yeah.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? I would hope so.
Netflix, Prime Video, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Mid-budget rom-com. I don't think you could do this in theaters. Nobody's going to the theater to see this, right?
No, dude, we forgot that it's Valentine's Day in 2 days. We're recording this on February 12th, and so we can't go anywhere for dinner. I was like, dude, let's just go to the movies. And we love to go to the movies. My wife's like, yeah, that's great. Just get us some tickets. And I look, and I was like, I don't even know. I haven't heard any of this shit. Please help me help you. I want to give you money.
How do I do that? Money. Stop playing crappy pap. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll just get us tickets to Crime 101. I do. And I'm like, I could just click play on this at my house right now. It's whatever. We'll go to the theater. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Movie or TV show? Movie.
It's got to be a movie.
Let's do a movie. Yeah. And can you still watch and enjoy this in 2026?
Yeah. Did you recast it at all?
Oh, I skipped right over that. I didn't. Did you? What'd you find for this?
So here's my thing. Right after I watched this, when I walked back out there, my people were watching Fall Guy.
Nice.
With Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. That's who I want to recast it with.
Those both of them are great. And I like Ryan Gosling a lot, but I don't think he's as effortlessly charming as George Clooney.
Really? There's going to be hate mail.
No.
People are going to get upset.
I'm not saying he's worse looking than George Clooney. I'm just saying I don't think he's as charming as George Clooney.
Here, I didn't say that, y'all. That was JT that said that.
You can come for me. I will stand on that one.
Fire off an angry missile.
I do love those two, though. I'm trying to think of, man, there just
Who
aren't a
is-
lot of George Clooney's.
Yeah, there's not. They broke the mold when they made him.
I didn't see this streaming anywhere. You can rent it in all the usual places, but I didn't see it on any streaming service. It's one of those movies that like pops on and off of different
Yeah, it
streamers, and
rotates.
then right as you get
It's-
ready to watch it, it goes to a different place, and you go like, I don't
Well,
want
it's
to.
20th Century Fox, so it'll pop up on Disney every once in a while, but not very often. So can you watch and enjoy it? Yeah, you still
dude.
say yes?
Yes,
Yeah, me too.
1,000
else?
times yes.
1,000 times.
We don't because it's been chaos. We have not picked our next movie yet, but we will be back in 2 weeks with whatever that ends up being.
With whatever, I love her and that thing that I saw her in.
Exactly. All right, man.
Yeah.
Back in 2 weeks. Thank you guys for listening. Bye,
right.
con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.